Almost messed that up there. Hello there, everyone. Save with Crypto here from the channel Save with Crypto. I'm here with Maff today, which is great. How you doing, Maff? Okay.
Hey, not bad, thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Right. I did
a little jump there.
Yeah. Sorry.
Just doing a little jump there, and not quite sure why. Just anyway, carry on.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
yeah.
That's keep moving.
Energetic start. Yeah.
It's always good to keep moving. It's
yeah.
always a good thing.
Yeah.
Right. First of all, thank you very much, Maff, for setting up the stream today. I was a bit pushed for time. Part of the reason being is today 2 days ago, we made a recording, me, Maff, and a guy called Roman. We were talking about Tap Global and other things. I did want to quickly. Anyway, the point is, we made a podcast, and I edited it up last night. I decided to premiere it today at 4 p.m. this afternoon, with the idea of getting a bit of buzz together beforehand, sort of thing. So what I thought we'd do is I'd do a premiere with YouTube, but then I realised you can also do a trailer for it. So I thought if I do a trailer, that would be good. Then I can put that on Twitter as well. Then I can give that to the TAP community, get them interested. And then the idea is to get everyone to come along at 4 o'clock, get involved with it, and then everyone shares it, and it becomes a blockbuster video. Is that the right one? Blockbuster. Anyway, so I made this trailer. I've uploaded it like 5 seconds ago, so I'm just going to see if it works. Hang on, can you?
Sure.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Just see if it works. It's only a minute long.
Can't hear it if it's playing sounds.
You can't hear it?
No.
Oh, okay. God, it's really annoying how that happens, isn't it? Okay, let's not worry about it. I could hear it anyway.
And that's the main thing.
I know. Tell you what I could do. Actually, I could upload the video to StreamYard, sort of thing. That's what I could do.
Oh, yeah, sure. So while that's happening, I suppose. So is this? I didn't realise you could do that. So it's when you do a premiere thing on YouTube, you attach a trailer to the premiere.
I wasn't quite sure of the actual process, to be honest. What
is it a separate video or just like
it's
actually?
I actually thought you'd just upload it in a kind of hang on a minute, I'm just trying to do two things at once here. Sorry you've gone so big there. Oh God, I always do this. Hang on, if I remove stop screen, right, and then if I present, and I
notice that Scotty is in a very musical frame of mind today.
Is it? Oh, he was yesterday. He was all Oasis, actually. Anyway, okay. Let's do this trailer anyway, so you know what I'm talking about.
Sure.
2 days ago, 3 XTP holders and TAP users got together to discuss the future of TAP, the future of XTP, and the future of the TAP share price. This podcast is being shown at 4 p.m. UTC on Thursday, the 22nd of January. So please go to the link provided right now. Make sure that you like the video, save it, and share to your favourite social platforms. When the premiere starts, you'll be able to join in the chat. If you've got any questions beforehand, put them in there and we'll be ready to answer them. Here's a quick preview.
As the world and crypto is evolving in 2026, I'm sure XTP and the TAP share price will do as well. GBP loaded, I would have thought would come pretty soon. I think that's going to be huge. Imagine being able to third-party payments in, GBP loading, and every purchase you get. I think it's really, really positive. They've got a handle on the burn rate. It's a cheap share. It's a penny share. It could quite easily once the next set of figures are out easily. It's an absolute no-brainer. XTP could quite easily X.
Oh, I well believe it.
Quite easily X, and then in the next year, 18 months, it could quite easily do that.
Has that got you interested? Okay, let's see you at 4 p.m. UTC today. Anyway, so that's what I was doing. Right.
Nice.
You still there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited.
No, you're not.
I want to hear what the thing.
2 days ago.
It'll definitely something X, and it ends.
Well, that was the idea. Yeah, well, I suddenly realised if that's going to be the be the premier thing, then that kind of removes all the fun, doesn't it? And
well, it's true. Yeah, it needs a hook, definitely. Like, I must watch it to find out.
Yeah, I was watching that Nick Nimmin guy, who's a video YouTube guru guy who I met in Chiang Mai in 2019. He's brilliant. He does a thing on Saturdays where he talks about how to grow your channel. And I was watching him the other day, and he doesn't actually watch anyone's videos, but if people have got suggestions of saying like my channel's rubbish, how can I improve it, that kind of thing, then they sort of send in their things. And he was looking at one guy the other week, and basically what the guy had done is like really quite good thumbnails, but it was kind of like which country did I find to be the most expensive something, and then it would, on the thumbnail, it'd have a picture of Denmark, so so you think,
like, oh yeah,
there's no point watching the video then. I know it's Denmark, and and I was thinking that is just such an obvious mistake, isn't it? It's like it's so easy just to sort of like give it all away in your thumbnail, or in this case the trailer, and then people think, I'm not going to bother watching it now, anyway.
It's got all the answers. Yeah.
Anyway, so that is here. It's going to be here. I'm actually going to drop the URL into the chat now, actually, because it's going to be 4 p.m. this afternoon, which is like 4 hours from now, isn't it? Pretty much. So that's there. Yeah. If you can, I believe what helps as well, if you under a YouTube video, it's got the little save thing, which most people don't use, which you can like save it to a watch later or something like that. I believe if you do that, that's really good for the algorithm as well. Now, of course, what I wanted to do, I'll tell you what works really well as well, which I only realised how well it worked yesterday. Was can you see us all right?
Yeah, you're wiggling the page.
That's pretty weird.
Waggling it. I think it's more waggling than wiggling.
Waggling, yeah. I've got two like stop sharing things above it. Anyway, I'll ignore that. But what I did with this, 'cause I thought, I want to make it a good one, because I think it's going to be good. So what I did was I kind of went through the video that we made, and I made some what they call these timestamps.
The chapter timestamps.
Yeah. I mean, I've done this before by getting Perplexity Comet to do it, and it sometimes makes a reasonable job of it. But I thought I'd actually do this, manually, So I did all that, and I thought, well, that's nice, and because I thought people can go along to the premiere beforehand, and then sort of look at that. And know where to go. And what I realised was down here that, oh God, I can't see it. Oh, that's weird.
What's that?
When I did this last night, there was a big section here saying key moments, and it had all like little previews of all the chapter bits. Oh, it's gone now.
Oh, was that before you added manually added the chapters?
No, it was after. I basically did that, and then they all kind of appeared down there. Maybe they'll appear later when it does actually. I'll tell you what I'd done then though, is I hadn't set it as a premier.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's not giving anything away. It's taking it as a cue, isn't it?
Yeah. So they might appear, but anyway, what happened here was it had like loads of like sort of thumbnails. I mean, it's only the thumbnail of Roman there, but it had
which is what he looks like, by the way.
That's exactly what he looks like.
Exactly what he wears as well.
Yeah. Always. Yeah, he doesn't leave the house without his helmet.
To be honest, I would do the same if I was called Roman. I would absolutely live up to it. just it's serendipity, you know.
If I was the king, I'd wear my crown all the time, just so people knew who I was. You
Yeah.
know? Like,
Oh, if you were Mr. King, you mean?
yeah. I mean, in like
Yeah.
I mean, in like fairy tales,
Yeah.
in like fairy tales and stuff, you never see the king never takes his crown off, do they? You know, or in Disney films or something, you know. Anyway, so if I was the king, that's what I would do. Right. Okay. Anyway, so that's happening today. So briefly, what happened was me, Maff, and this guy called Roman. We had a good chat about the future of XTP and the way it's going and all that. And we recorded it. It's about an hour long, it's like 50 minutes or something. So it's
But
quite
the time passes really quickly.
It was good. It was good fun though, wasn't it? You know, and I did feel like I was being ganged up on slightly because I was like, two Welshmen who knew what they were talking.
If you will invade our country again, you know.
Two Welshmen who seemed to know what they were talking about, and then me just go when. You know.
So get your castles out of our land.
Yeah. I've got a bit that I do love Wales, and because it's got dragons.
Well, yeah. What more could you want? You know, it says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant. Right. Anyway, have we got anything to talk about?
No. So, one or two things, for definite. Worth pointing out as well. So, with the scheduling of the live stream, so I did the thing where it's going out to your X account and to mine as well, because that seemed to work quite well last time.
It didn't it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but what is? I mean, I do hope we don't get banned or anything like that for doing that on X. But so I kind of I put slightly different titles on each of them with different words. So just an experiment, really. It's kind of an A/B test, but not really. Just to see what happens there. But we'll cover all of the stuff that's in both anyway, so it's not too much like clickbait, I guess.
Okay. There's actually something else you can do in when you do a YouTube Premiere as well. So as well as being able to have a trailer, which is quite cool. I didn't realize you could do that. But as well as that, you can also, at the end of the Premiere, you can redirect it to a live stream. So what we could do is, in the future, if we had something like this, I mean, if I'd have known that, what we could have done is, I could have had that broadcast at like 11 a.m. UTC, today. I could have told all the TAP community about it, so they'd have all gone there to watch the podcast about XTP, and then like by magic, they would have all been like redirected to our live stream. And
wow, okay,
that's pretty cool, isn't it? So it actually made me think. Actually, what I should do is do some premieres. Like, I mean, the thing is, you don't want to do them all the time because people just think, oh, he always does that. It needs to be when
a special event, really.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it made me think, like, we could do something like, I mean, for example, like the what's his name? Gary Stevenson, is that his name? Yeah. He was the little Essex fella who, the bloke is supposed to be quite a good trader and just writes books about poverty. Gary Stevens. Oh, well, anyway. But
I think like he has quite a following, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Voracious about defending, because isn't he quite controversial? I think.
Well, he is, because he wants rich people to pay lots of tax. So rich people don't like him.
I won't comment, because it's a good way to clear all the wealth out of the country.
Well, he means.
I just commented.
Yeah, he means proper rich, though. He doesn't mean like people with, like a dentist with $100,000 salary. He means like a proper rich.
Yeah, it's a good way to clear all the proper rich out of the country. Great. Thanks.
Yeah, they'll all just go and live in Dubai, won't they? Anyway,
interesting comment from Kaz. He hates Bitcoin and crypto though. So
He
that's
does.
that's controversial then.
Yeah, which is why I did the video last year, and where I basically slagged him off a bit, really, but I didn't mean to, but I did, and consequently that was my most watched video last year. So I think what I should probably do is do a premiere of a Gary Stevenson video, and then redirect them all to this live stream here, and then we'll just talk about plumbing or something, or
that sounds like a plan guaranteed to increase the subscriber
count.
Yeah,
it's all clear in my mind. I've got it all sussed anyway. Anyway,
we'll see some trading, shouldn't we? We're looking at charts at least.
Should do, before everyone leaves and goes and watches Gary Economics.
How should I do it? Should I share, or do you want to do the thing?
The thing? It's probably time for the thing, isn't it? So because since when we were last here, it was Monday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it seems like aeons ago.
Okay, well, it's definitely time for this then.
Moo. Oh, need to see the chat. There you go. So so basically, and the creature that you saw gyrating on your screen for your pleasure is of course Quadzilla, which is an indicator for TradingView, and it's a premium indicator because it gives ridiculously accurate and consistent success rates and things like in the mid 90s, 90%, the 90th percentile, blah blah, all that stuff. This is currently showing the price in euros because I'm on the Portugal VPN at the moment. So 95 euros a month, or if you pay on the yearly, it works out at 70 euros per month, which for what you get is actually ridiculously cheap. So got that out of the way. So on the chart sensors, looking.
Sorry, I thought you said the gyrating creature you saw on your screen. I thought you were talking about your little dance at the start.
I was hoping no one saw that. Yeah, must have left the webcam on. Okay. So look at this then. So obviously we had the sort of Greenland situation with the tariff cancellations and so on. Well, it's weird how that's happening, isn't it? Just do you get the feeling that Trump is kind of gradually getting what he wants there?
To be honest, I haven't actually been totally paying attention to what's been going on there. I mean, didn't he come to some sort of resolution about it? Whereas it was like, I don't know. What stage is it at? Please tell me.
Yeah. So he's now said that he isn't going to introduce the 10% tariffs because they've now kind of agreed to just talk, and he's talked about like this. They've agreed a framework for a deal, which is quite vague, but it sounds like he might ultimately just get to buy Greenland anyway, or just kind of get, just kind of what he actually wants from it, really, which is probably just some level of security, some ability to just station the might of the US military forces there, and so that some other axis of whatever they're being tarred with today, this year, doesn't get to land there and take over instead. So strategically, I'm sure he'll kind of get out of that what he wants to get out of that. It's very much like the art of the deal kind of thing that we're seeing, like, convinces us all that he's a bit unhinged, which may not need much effort to do. But then because we've all been looking at that with some varying levels of alarm, I suppose. Like, he'd do it. He would actually do it. Oh my God, he's serious. And then like whether it's the tariffs or bringing in the military, stating that he'd be prepared to use that as a fallback or whatever. So of course they capitulate and they take him seriously, and therefore he's now kind of getting what he wants. Love him or hate him, it's just kind of, you sort of see that playing out. But it can be very unnerving, and obviously it shakes markets, and it makes things interesting, to say the least. So like on the S&P 500, for example, since that was announced, we have seen this kind of, actually, if I make that bigger, it just looks a bit better. We've seen that. I was going to call it a mega candle, but we've seen that little topped out toppy candle pushed to the upside. It sort of engulfs this one, didn't it? Yeah, I mean, at least it went above it, but a bit worrying that it's like wicking back down again. I just realised it isn't showing the amount of time left on the candle. I'll have to set that. But yeah, so that's happening. I have to see how that plays out today, I suppose, when the market opens. But it's also, so in fact, yeah, just what I was going to say. In fact, from the bottom of all that, it kind of, so they pumped like 1.85%. It's come down to now to like 1.3. So there's that. Gold, meanwhile, has gold's just doing what it does. It's just like we don't even notice, do we? It's just, yeah, of course it's going up. That's on the daily still. Yeah, it's still like, well, I was going to say it's up and away still, but that's coming down the other way. So, but that's kind of what you expect to see, isn't it? If this is generally inverse to the stock market, so things are going a little bit more risk on, and so gold falls a little bit, which it needed anyway. It needed a bit of a pullback. So it'd be interesting. And now that the way that it pulled back, and now it's immediately pumped back up again, it suggests there's still a bit of indecision there, isn't there? It's not quite sort of risk is so back on. Forget about gold. We don't need no safe haven. The gold market seems to be disagreeing slightly there. Silver, kind of similar. You wouldn't think, just by looking at that sort of such an announcement had been made, and that especially about the tariffs cancellation for the time being. Maybe that's kind of the issue. So actually, Scotty saying, I don't think gold will drop until faith in fiat currencies return. People are fearful, so protecting their wealth. But what do I know, yeah, Trump is doing the bidding of his paymasters. If you know, you know. Well, he was a guest of honour at Davos, wasn't he? So yeah, you guys heard about the billionaire tech city, the rich picadillos or whatever want to put in Greenland. Bill Gates, Peter Thiel, Bezos and crew. Yeah, it's kind of like the opposite of John is it John Galt, I think, of Galt's Land or whatever, Galt's Gulch. Is kind of the people that drain the wealth and so on are the ones who are kind of setting up the secret hideaway city. Anyway, sorry, talking very cryptically. So Dude, hello. I haven't seen you for a while. I think.
Bombed
Honestly, I'm feeling that Trump is getting dementia, is kind of losing itself. That's the thing that I think. Honestly, think that's what he kind of wants you to think, that he's he's got his finger on the button, and it's dangerous. Oh, better tiptoe around him. I think that there's some intentionality in there. Intentionality? I hope that's a word.
I mean, to be fair, it's never a dull day with him, is it? Really?
There's that. Yeah, it does turn things into a bit of a circus, but
it is technique. I don't know. It's sort of like becoming a bit more obvious now, where his reaction is always completely over the top, and then he backs down a little bit, and the compromise then seems quite good, and it's like, oh, that's okay. But if he'd have gone in with that first of all, it'd be like, oh, that's a bit heavy-handed, So.
Yeah, exactly. He wouldn't have got what he wanted. So it's the playbook, isn't it? That he's repeating it, rinse and repeat, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's true, but I heard something where, to convince the people of Greenland that they ought to belong to the States, the US was going to give each individual $100,000 or something. I don't know if that was true, but like. If that was the case, I'd be okay. Bring it on.
So give each individual how much?
$100,000.
As in, like every citizen in the US.
Yeah, no, every citizen in Greenland.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
there's probably only 100 people there, isn't there? But no, I actually have no idea.
That would be a quick way to devalue the dollar, which I think is kind of what he wants. To do anyways.
But I'd be like, if I was a Greenlander, I'd think like, yeah, brilliant. I'll have 100 grand and I'll go and move somewhere a bit bloody warmer.
Yeah, I think that's what they're all waiting for. It's just the ability to. So yeah, but I mean, he can do that though. Yeah, it's true. I mean, he can do that though, can't he? Because he's got the kind of infinite money machine.
Yeah.
At his disposal. So yeah. Makes you wonder how. So, because we did wonder with the tariffs, like with the judgment still ongoing. I guess it hasn't been judged yet, has it? And like like that hasn't all been closed or whatever. So we still don't, as far as I know, we still don't really know what's going to happen there with the Supreme Court judgment on the tariffs. So, but we did generally sort of wonder, didn't we, with these 10% tariffs, like, can he be serious about that, given that this judgment is still ongoing? So kind of interesting in a way that he quickly withdrew those, but probably on the basis that he's getting what he wants, but still, so do wonder what goes on behind those closed doors. So, yeah, I agree. Anyway, so Bitcoin then. Can I have a look at this? So this on 30 minutes. So I posted this chart into the Save with Crypto Discord earlier this morning, and so I thought it's just kind of interesting that because on here we've got so obviously there was the big sort of overnight. Well, for the UK, there's an overnight dump that came down. So from is it 95 before down to at the time 92ish. That kind of tied into these Quadzilla retracement levels. So because that bullish retracement level is coming from like all the way back there, but still very much in play for all of that. In fact, it's step 3 is still going, so that's at 91.3. But when we get a bullish retracement level there and a bearish one above it, like so, then Quadzilla also draws in these retracement channels as long as the price is kind of ranging between them. Then, so what we saw from that is that after the price came down, it kind of returned to the middle, this kind of homeostasis. So we get the price magnets, the price wanting to come down to this level, but also wanting to come up to this level. And so if at that point the market is in perfect balance, then it just kind of oscillates a bit and then just compresses down along that halfway line, and that's exactly what happened there. But the price never really convincingly got out of this kind of like discount zone here and above the 50% into the premium zone. So like it kind of poked above it, came back down, poked above it, and eventually just kind of continued its onward descent. Just kind of ran out of steam. No chance, no convincing recovery going on there, and just back down and out. In fact, broke down through the that retracement level, which triggered its step 3. When it gets to step 3, that means that it's expecting the price to come back up again and break through and on upwards. So if that happens, which I think is kind of it should be on the cards, put it that way. Everything else that's even remotely risk on, like the S&P, is pumping, although not as convincingly as you might like. But I would think we'd see a good sort of pump there today. So Bitcoin ought to do the same. You'd hope. So in which case it'd be kind of up through there, just kind of break up through the bullish retracement level. Remember that step 3 means that it's expecting the price to come up and then blast on upwards beyond it. It's kind of a go long sort of signal, or not go long. It's more you may want to consider going long because the probability is that the price is going to go up strongly past this point. So if that happens, then there'll be a lot of wobbling on the way, but with that said, it'll come up to maybe that 50% point. We might see a bit of ranging there, just in line with what was happening before. And then, if that's it, that would be sad, wouldn't it? That'd be really sad if from there it just kind of dropped down. But more likely, I think it's going to. Oh God, lost the thing. Bleeding it. Come back. More likely there is, we might expect it to come out to there instead, so just range and then up. There's also, so it could drop there, but we do subtly have, I'm not just drawing like a kindergarten giraffe or anything like that out there, by the way, but so there's also this step 3, this bullish retracement level there, and that's at 95. 95.4. So if it kind of breaks up through there to that one, then do you have any more above that? Not on the half. Remember, this is only on 30 minutes. So, but if we look to that, say on the 4 hour, is it going to reset? Yeah. Then, so the 4 hour has its own retracement channel going on here as well. So the 50% line there is 91.8, and that's what's happening there. This one essentially, it's kind of suggesting the same thing, but it's interesting that, so the top of that retracement channel is this retracement level, the bearish one, which is at 95.3. So similar sort of numbers. It's on the different time frames. So could well expect that, so probably at worst, if we do see this relief rally continuing up, and that's assuming that it doesn't kind of drop down first to sort of 85 or further down to 75 and then turn around. So if this is the relief rally resuming, and the macroeconomic favour it, then that could well be the sort of on upwards. Where's the top of that one? That's 113. I'd expect maybe, all things favourable, 107, 108 as a top probably, and that would be. Because why was that? So where's 100? In fact, that kind of got that a couple of retracement levels there and there, which played out at 107. So if we were to, if it lets me, if that was a continuation of that retracement level on, then you can kind of see how that level continues to be relevant, because like back here, the price just touched down to it. The retracement levels are bloody amazing, by the way. I'm sorry to say, but just it's kind of saying the price is going to come down to here and then bounce off it, doink, bounce. Similarly there, it's saying the price is going to come up to here and then bounce down, like doink, and down a little bit and then carry on, but then down even more, you know. So so where was I? So so that retracement level there was kind of relevant. Price bounced off it, so using it as support essentially. Price came down to it, didn't quite touch down, so there's much positivity. And in fact, sure enough, so you could read from that things had turned bullish there, so hence got the up. But then again became support here, became a bit more of a range really, but still, and along through, and then the price came up, touched it, and down. So it kind of went from being support all the way through there to suddenly being resistance, and so which suggests that the relief rally, that the mythical relief rally, might well come up and just touch that level again, and that might well be the top. So if it smashes through, I'll be very happy. You know, get a few more pounds for your bitcoins and so on, and maybe at that stage rotate that into something else, whether it's gold or don't know, whatever. Whatever isn't looking too sort of I don't know, just too much like that at the time, and you know, just in time for the bear market to reassert itself, and, you know, down towards like the probably the majority of this year, I think. Mm-hmm. So that's my thought on that anyway. So.
Okay, very nice, very nice. Scott is asking about XMR. Have a look at that.
Good. Okay, yeah. Can I get your opinion on XMR? Yeah, sure. We'll just do like a Monero song. Like, Monero, wherever did you go? Yeah, okay. So as you're DCAing, I guess we'll look at this spot. Just do that one, whatever. So, don't know. It's I feel like it had a big moment, didn't it, Monero? It really
did, yeah.
It had a, so because obviously there was the whole thing with Zcash, wasn't there, and just Zcash had a big moment, and I think during that people obviously kind of realised that if you want like true privacy, just privacy coins, essentially, then Monero is still king. It wears its paper crown from the that it's still got from the Christmas cracker and so on. So yeah, it's but what was that? It, you know, was it just like moment in the sun and back into the shadows? You know, looking at that, how far back does Kraken go on this? Oh, fair distance. But was that the all-time high?
What, just? I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess, yeah, looking back, so when was this one? So it was May 21. It did a similar thing, didn't it? Like moment in the sun, back into the shadows, and then ranged. So those similar thing to what we generally expect from Bitcoin at the end of each bull run. That it's, you kind of get the capitulation, then you get the relief rally. Everyone thinks it's back on, pile the money back in, but then it just comes back down, does that. So Monero's kind of had its own its own bull cycle going on, isn't it? Which is kind of
Tell you what, if you what are you on there? The weekly, is that?
Yeah.
Do you want to just have a look at it on the hourly? Sorry, you thought I was going to say the 2-second time.
I was waiting for it. Yeah. to get a really accurate picture.
It's funny what's really going on. Right, that's the hourly, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is interesting. Right. Yeah.
So you see that last low at about the start of the year, like 1st of January, 2nd of January.
Okay, where we're looking.
Start of this year. Right.
Thanks for the translation. So the start of January is indeed. no, I think I needed it, so my brain froze.
Well, no, I thought it might go January 2025. Yeah, just that little, a little bit where pretty much where that retreat. No, that's.
There.
Hang on, I can't see your dates.
That's the second.
Oh, okay. All right.
And that's
So I've got mine a bit more squashed up than yours. Right, and then do a Fibonacci from retracement from that low up to the high that we got last week.
Okay, let me just move this a bit.
And
which was, I guess, that one. Yeah. So.
Look how well that lines up.
I want to do that. to get to cover that one.
You can't.
That would be cheating.
Well, I suppose it depends.
It's pretty close, isn't it?
Depends which low you. Yeah, but it's actually behaved really well, hasn't it, with them Fibonacci levels? The thing is,
do it from there.
The thing is, how does it know on the way up?
Yeah. The funny thing is, I mean, obviously that's the correct placement. But it's interesting that if I line it up with that retracement level there, I've lost it now, there, it then lines up perfectly with that retracement level there.
Oh. And
in fact, the price, anyway, is perfectly on that retracement level there. No, sorry, that's a fib. Yeah, that was a fib. It's with the 0.236, I guess. So, that's interesting. Yes, we've got then it's a question of like which is, in fact, then as well. Sorry, I'm interrupting myself. So sorry, that's quite all right. So that the 786 there, drawn that way, kind of obviously levels up with what was pretty major resistance along there. So obviously poked above, came back down. And then that line was resistance again, which makes me increasingly convinced that Quadzilla taps into something in the markets that we don't normally kind of get the old grubby fingers into, So it's almost like it's tapped into. This is going to sound very pretentious. But it's like it's tapped into its own branch of mathematics. Just go some alternate plane of the universe or something. I don't know. There you go. Said completely unironically as well. So, But what's also kind of interesting, if I kind of bring that back to that, then so. Same thing again with the retracement channel. So here, that was obviously the price bottom from quite a long way back, the low there, really right at the start of that part of the pump as it went up. Really the impulsive move as it kind of went along the runway, and then it's like gradually taking off, bounce back down, and then up into the air. So there's that. So that's a fairly solid baseline really, and then the top level of that channel, the bearish retracement level there, which is the one that ties in then with the Fibonacci drawn drawn slightly dodgily, but still, it's what we then get is again the fair value zone just there, and you can kind of see the oscillating that it's doing around that, like again, because the price is trying to be drawn down to this level, price magnet there. It's also trying to be pulled up to this level, price magnet there. But it seems like the magnet down here is looking stronger at the moment. So it's oscillating around this really, the sort of fair value level. In fact, really it's more like that one, isn't it? It's where it's oscillating, but because that's kind of a range anyway. So it's come down. It's obviously, it wants to get back at least to there, the sort of homeostasis level, gets up above it, nope, denied, pulled back down, tries again, nope, back down. So there's weakness there, is what I'm kind of getting from that. So I think unless something substantially kind of like newsworthy happens, that privacy coins get they come into the spotlight again in some strong way, then I think you kind of see a reverse on that. But there's with that said, there's still everything to play for there. You could see it kind of if it could get back up to this kind of range there, then it's really that level, that where the retracement level is. If we can get up to there and break above, then it's game on. But at the moment, it's looking increasingly like it might come out to here. So probably that price there, what was that? 526, 525. Call it 526, I suppose. If it can get above there and close the hourly above that level, then things are suddenly starting to look more hopeful again. It might well start to see a rise up. So that'll be confirmation in a way. Also, the 9 EMA is kind of so the 9 EMA is the cyan line in here. It's below it at the moment. It also kind of needs to break above that to be able to get on up and through. So if you consider with going long, DCAing, whatever, then you kind of really want to see the price break above that level and close above the 9 EMA, I'd say. So that's my thoughts on Monero. What have you got? Yeah, thanks enough. I'm expecting a bit of a drop on XMR. Bought a bag in case. Can't do any harm. Can't go wrong with Monero. It's one day we'll all be living in caves with solar powered devices, and we'll be exchanging Monero for beans or whatever. What am I saying? God, I'm getting worse. But when civilization collapses and all of that stuff, however it happens, I don't think civilization will collapse, but we get some kind of shadow economy, I suppose, because the economy that we're being given to play with is just hostile to us, to us as people in so many ways. Could name so many examples. So, not surprisingly, people just naturally migrate. I'm not even suggesting anything particularly, rebellious or anything like that. It's just people naturally migrate towards something that's a bit friendlier to them, operates on friendlier terms, and so on. So I think that's a way where modern internet privacy cache like Monero can really shine. So it's never going to do any harm to hold some Monero. I think keep it in reserve. So yeah, there's a stock, isn't it? Actually, Scotty also just saying I wouldn't trade it, but Pippin is breaking down out of downtrend. Ooh, okay. I'll have a look at that in a sec. So stock view. Ooh, Neo Minerals. Is there some narrative behind that?
If that's what Mr. Delta is saying it might have been one that that Wizard of Alt might have talked about. In which case, he's into what's he into? He's into I can't think of what he's into at the moment. He likes his commodities, that's for sure.
Yeah, he makes some pretty good calls.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. What's it called? Neo what?
Well, so Neo Minerals. I can't find it. Do you have a ticker symbol for it, Mr. Delta?
No, I can't see it either.
This, I thought it's a ceramic. Oh, genomics. It's the rumor at present. Greenland. Oh, okay. Yeah.
It might be because I'm looking for Neo Minerals.
Oh. Well, the thing is, if I put M, then there's nothing. Where am I? Neo.
Oh, there's Neoterex Minerals.
Oh, okay.
NTX, is that it?
Yeah, got it. That's the one, I guess.
Or
so it's stock new.
I don't know actually. Not sure if that's it.
Have a look at that one. Ooh, okay. That's on. Oh, mine is on the 4 hour. Let's try a different one. Try that one. Yeah, it's more like it. So, okay. It pumped. That seems like a bit of a buy opportunity. So, wow, it's amazing, isn't it? It's the same thing again. That it's so on the daily. It kind of came down to, well, it was looking like it was going to come down to this retracement level there. But I guess news stuff happened. so the price went from essentially what you might think of as a buy zone down here. It's the discount zone. But it didn't stay there for very long. It just kind of dipped down in, and now it's back up above the 50% line, and again kind of into the premium price zone. So it'd be a riskier buy up at this level now. Now that it's up here, but at the same time, if it seems like it, if the narrative is that this thing's got legs and it's going to fly, which doesn't make sense, but then
well, some sort of undercarriage is always handy if you're flying.
Exactly, it's got to take off somehow. So
and land.
Fair point. Yeah, it's crash, whatever. So yeah, doing that. That's my feeling. It's going to do that. It's going to go up. So, but it's just like whether it's like, I suppose if you're trading it, then it might be a bit of a risky trade, a risky long position at this point. But if you're buying it long term, then that seems like a pretty good one. I'd say it's got, given it's got all of that to climb back up to, because it certainly dipped, didn't it? I mean, is that where it starts? Well, it starts on this chart anyway. 2022. Okay, that did pretty nicely. So we wouldn't have believed Quadzilla back then if it's saying, don't worry, the price is all the way down there. It is going to come back up here and go higher. Like, boom, did that. Took a while, but still. But then it is a fairly, 2-day chart, I suppose. A bit squished up as well. The price also was marked out by this retracement level. It kind of got stopped out, but the level itself, as always, is still valid. So it always pays to pay attention to those. So like you can continue them, and then sure enough, like beep, touched it, and then kind of beep, touched it again, and then smashed that through. And in fact, kind of carried on being relevant after that. It was support just there as well.
Actually, Mr. Delta saying the ticker is Neo.
Oh, well, I prefer this chart. I think this one looks pretty good. So, but yeah, should have a look at Neo. It's literally just Neo. That's genomics, I guess.
Yeah.
Energy metals. Because minerals didn't come up.
Yeah. Don't know.
So, well, it might be just genomics, isn't it? I guess.
What is it?
There's a lot of neos. They need to have better ticker symbols, I suppose. If it's minerals, would it be on? Maybe it's that one. Let's have a look at that. All right. Ozzy was saying actually, good eye lads. My comments are on the other extreme, but which one? I think they all show up here anyway. We can have a quick look. So let's do a quick Aussie hour. Just go through his comments.
Actually, I don't know. I can't.
Is it saying?
Oh, hang on. I think I know what he means. No, I don't actually.
No. I mean, so we're seeing them here. I think so. So, good lads, ready for the moonshot? Let's go. Hope so. I'm going to very rudely ignore all other comments from other people and just fake news seems to be driving the markets. Yeah, it's what it's all about, isn't it? Really, it's just press releases and shouting, much thunder. Was a phrase all shouty thunder signifying nothing or whatever?
Don't know. The other reason I was a bit rushed this morning is because I was helping my daughter with her French A-level vocab because she'd got a mock A-level today. Bearing in mind that I'm gonna have to go soon because I need to give her some lunch before she goes and does that. So
I thought you were going to say because you need to be like outside the exam hall reading the results out into the earpiece. How else is she expected to pass? I mean, that's perfectly fair.
I must admit, some of the words at A level are kind of like, I don't know. I mean, some things like I read the French and I thought I haven't got a clue what that means. You know, I'm like, you can normally work it out from French. I can anyway, but yeah, no, it's a big difference between GCSE and A level. Anyway.
It's a huge step, definitely. Yeah. So Ozzy was saying the world leaders will end up doing a deal in the end. So they realise they'll be FUBAR'd without the US. I mean, that's obviously what Trump has been counting on, isn't it? So Scotty, they're all actors playing their part, indeed, up on the stage. The fake news they're trying to tell us is the US is going to invade Greenland. Yeah, exactly. As I was saying before, it's kind of the art of the deal thing, isn't it? Just convincing us all that he's a bit unhinged. Like, you know, he's oh my God, he's actually serious. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. He would actually do it. And then just they reach an agreement. So that's kind of how it works. We did that one. What was next? Here we go. It's the first time crypto hasn't followed traditional markets. Total manipulation. Something's going on, isn't it? Whether it's well, I mean, traditional. Well, everything about markets is manipulation, isn't it? It's just
yeah. I mean,
to what extent? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know it can seem unfair at times, but that's just how markets are, really. You know.
Yeah. They're not there to do any favors. I mean, totally. That it's a big open fire outside or whatever. Yeah, outside. Gotta think safety. But you know, so you're there, kind of trying to dip your toes into the fire and pull out the profits. So, you know, sometimes you're going to get your foot burned. So Netherlands government plans to tax energy. Yeah, I heard about that. That's mad. I mean, that is pure bleeding theft. It just is. There's no other word for that.
I mean, does that mean you get a rebate on your losses?
by rights, yeah. I mean, it genuinely should, but I guess they won't. You know. Oh, when will you see you? Oh, is that your Roman version of Save with Crypto?
Yeah, S5C.
Hey,
that's S550. When camera. Oh yeah. I did say I'd do that one. Yes. Okay. Very, very soon. Yeah. Very, next week. There you go.
So I quite like that. I thought you were going to be like Maff. You're not my real dad. and so so where are we going? Oh yeah, we were doing the Aussie trail, weren't we? I think he may have stopped commenting after that because we were ignoring his comments. Cheers. Yeah. I agree. Is that what it's called? Neo Performance? Is that the one? I think I saw that one actually. Neo Performance Materials. Finally got there. Okay, so what I love about this is that you notice I know I rather bang on about the retracement levels, but you see they're similar levels on the different time frames. I mean, having said that, that's got a lot of bearish retracement levels there, but they're all valid. So then back to the daily, just again similar levels. So this one, we've actually got kind of an overlapping retracement channel. We've got two of them overlapping there. So this one here is kind of it's linked up, it's paired up with the bearish retracement level above, and same with that one, paired up with the same one. So Quadzilla kind of allows them both to draw because they both show kind of valid, relevant kind of levels. And so quite often you can use, like for example, you might see that, because that's the 50% line for that one, that's the 50% line for that one. So you might see a bit of a range within there. But you could see it as like, well, there's kind of two price magnets down here. This one's probably going to be have the most influence on the price, simply because it's closer to the price action. This one's further away, but might be bigger orders lurking. Who knows? So effectively, if there's liquidity to be had here, then the market makers are definitely just at some point they're going to come down and scoop all that up, and they might well come down to here as well. So that channel obviously finished off, but you could still kind of see that level as being relevant because it played back to here. So there's definite. I'll just use that. I was going to draw a box for that, but should I just draw a box? Terrible. Rectangle even. So yeah, from there over to there, that kind of thing. So order block probably just there. So you might well expect to see the price kind of dip down into that level. So yeah, and because there are different things, different influences on the price that are happening there. So you've got obviously these orders, these levels are drawn in for different reasons from this sort of thing, because it's much more to do with the divergence between the quad momentum oscillators down here and the general sort of EMA trends up here. So and so therefore when you see some sort of confirmation between the two, then that's a really strong signal that that's going to be valid, whatever it's telling you, because it's reached it's two completely different approaches have reached the same conclusion effectively. So so from that, it's quite likely that we might see the price come down to there. It might just drop down to this, another price magnet, that retracement level. And again, that's kind of tied in with a bit of price ranging there, so a bit more liquidity. So another strong signal in that sense. So bring that back to like kindergarten symbols. So it could well kind of drop to that level and bounce, but because this level down here is also pulling at it, so it might do that, you know. But then because that one's and so on down, you know, depends how far. So any of these scenarios, if you're shorting the price, I'm not sure if that would be a good idea just there, but say if you were shorting the price, you could see that as a minor take profit level, that is another one, and that and that. So there's even the step 3 of this bearish retracement level that's playing out as well. That's right. So there, okay. Which played out that the step 2 of that was very just boink and you're done, and then it was so the step 3 is still waiting to be completed. So in other words, you could well expect the price to just drop down to there. This is kind of real world narratives notwithstanding. So, you know, if something super bullish happens with this, so if this is one that's related to Greenland, and we're going to expect that price to just pump and go to the moon or whatever, then obviously that's just what's going to happen, isn't it? Because so as a long-term buy, that would then be a good one, I think, to buy into. If it's just kind of if sorry, what was I going to say? If you're trading, then that actually seems like it could be a pretty nice short. I mean, it's only going to be like only like nine virtually 10% on a stock. So that's that could be pretty good. I mean, keep in mind, just looking at that, it should drop down to the 1 hour, just make it a bit more interesting. Woohoo! Okay. So that from there, is that the same? That, yeah, virtually the same price move that's marked out. So the retracement level on the 1 hour has kind of marked out the same price move as what we were seeing on the daily. So, and also we can see from that at the moment the price is kind of up here within this premium price zone. The price nearly touched into that and kind of triggered the next stage of that retracement level, but didn't quite. It's like maybe a day late and $1 short or whatever, but it didn't quite hit it. Okay, so it came back down. So that's still in that level would still be in play anyway, but even more so given that it didn't get touched. So in other words, like even if that gets touched, kind of stopped out, then you can still see that as a valid range that the price is going to range in. So, but yeah. So what am I trying to say? So the sort of fair value level here, then the 50% line between the two retracement levels, is again kind of where the price wants to return to, given if everything about the market is perfectly in balance, then these two would cancel each other out at this kind of Lagrange point or whatever, just the homeostasis line. So there's that, so it's looking like a decent short, even if it's just a fairly short-term one. It's kind of a day trade type of a short, I'd say. So there you go.
Excellent. I'm going to have to go actually, so I think we should probably end it. I think just looking at Scotty's dyslexic joke, I didn't get it actually. You couldn't spell his name.
Why did the dyslexic student fail his class exam? You can spell existentialism. So just right.
Don't get that. My favourite my favourite dyslexic joke is did you hear about the dyslexic who went to a toga party dressed as a goat? Either that, or did you hear about the agnostic dyslexic insomniac who stayed awake all night wondering if there really was a dog?
Yeah.
Anyway, I really have to go, actually.
Right. On that note.
Right.
Oh, very very quickly, just before we go, there's can I shill this if you don't mind, just before the end. So do head on over to Mafftopia and get all of your sort of science and technology updates, including crypto stuff as well. So there's at least a daily shorts video on some aspects of science, technology, whatever, and it's all kind of fun as well. And I learn stuff putting the videos out as well. But there's also like at least usually twice a week. There's also a longer kind of news video as well, and the occasional deep dive. We just did a deep dive on quantum computing and whether or not it's an existential threat to Bitcoin. Is it now, and will it ever be? You know, that kind of thing. The second question is a bit of a spoiler for the first question, by the way. But yeah, do that, and also if you're not watching this at the moment on the Mafftopia channel, on X, on that account, do head over and subscribe, please. I'd really appreciate it. Actually, maybe something else. So yeah, did you have something for this afternoon you wanted to mention?
I just need to go, really, but yes, of course. Up in the pinned thing in the chat, there is the URL for the premiere video we're going to do at 4 o'clock this afternoon. I will remind you on X and in the Discord and everywhere else I can think of. But if you can come along there, please, and do try and get involved with the chat as well, because that's really going to help the algorithm, because I'm really hoping we might get some new subscribers today because of that. So I think it's super important. So have a look at it. It's right at the top of the chat right now. I really have to go.
Okay, take care. Bye.
Right, take everyone. See you tomorrow, same time, same whatever, and
all that good stuff. Yeah.
Oh man, I haven't even I've been playing with the outro videos, and oh god, yeah. Right, this is good. Right, it should be good.